Hey everyone, it's David Brzezowski with Talent Smart EQ with another round of EQ How To. So the holidays are upon us, so what better time to brush up on reading people's body language skills than right now? I mean, if you think about it, for many families, getting together for the holidays this year might be the first time in a couple of years. I mean, when's the last time you hung out with Auntie Karen and Uncle Howie for an entire day? Knowing what their body language is telling could be very helpful. And at work, for a lot of all of us, we haven't been back to the office full time yet. And the first of the year is looking like it's going to get us there. So brushing up on what people's body language is telling us could be extremely helpful at work as well. A study out of UCLA has shown that the way that people receive communication is varied, but that 55% is valued on people's body language. The rest, which is much smaller, is a combination of the words you use and the tone that we use. So really understanding what to be aware of and what it means in body language could be helpful for us all. So I have for you 5 EQ how-to tips for reading people's body language. And the first one is that posture doesn't lie. I want you to think about when somebody comes into a room and when they are in charge or they would like to own the room. Pay attention to what you see. It is whenever their posture is erect and tall, their shoulders are back, they might be talking to the group and they're expanding their arms and they actually are doing it with their palms down, kind of like parting the ocean. They are looking to command presence. So think about whether you're giving that to them or not. It's a little bit different than with the person who doesn't want the attention on them. They have a little bit more of a slouched look and they might be a little bit more closed off as well. Tip number 2 is that the eyes don't lie. So there's 2 things about your eyes. Number 1 is that a real smile is all the way up into your eyes and you get crinkles here. So think about like when you're smiling. I know some of you are saying, listen, I pay good money to get rid of that stuff. But a real smile is on your whole face. A fake smile, just in your mouth. And when you think about when people are looking at you, so that stare, Americans typically hold their gaze for about 7 to 10 seconds, more if we're actually listening. But if somebody is standing there and talking to you with a still non-blinking stare and it's kind of creeping you out, something's kind of up. Chances are they might be lying about something that they just said to you. Oh, and another one. This is a good one as well. Staying in that whole eye area, the raised eyebrows. I want you to think about this. That usually signals discomfort. 3 emotions are typical when people are raising their eyebrows. Either they are surprised, they are worried, or they are fearful about something. I want you to try raising your eyebrows whenever you're in a positive, happy mood. It's a little harder to do that. But if you see that on somebody, think about what it is that you just said, or maybe what topic you are on, because that is something that might be making them worried, feel surprised, or fearful about something. My 4th tip is to beware of the exaggerated nodding. You know that person who's listening to you and just going up and down excessively. It might mean 1 or 2 things. Either they are worried about what you think of them, or they might feel that you don't trust them to do what it is you've been asking them. Especially if you're a boss, that might be where that excessive nodding is coming from. And my last one is, yes, the all-important crossed arms and or legs. But here's the thing about this, is that when people remain consistent in holding that, it might just mean that they're a little not bought into what you're talking about. Now, I'm not talking about the person who just crosses their arms every so often. I'm talking about that consistent ability to be in that place. There's something that is closing them off to what you just said. Be aware of what the topic is. Our bodies, they actually react that way normally as opposed to intentionally. We don't just cross our arms when we feel that way. Our bodies are innately getting us to that place. Pay attention to what people are doing. You know, the holidays aren't the only time when reading body language is important. But as we get back into the world again, it's going to be important for us to pay attention to all of those things so we can have better relationships out there. I hope you actually enjoyed this session. I have one more coming to you before the end of this year. In the meantime, thanks for joining us. We have on our website everything that's happening for the first half of the year next year when it comes to mastering emotional intelligence train-the-trainer sessions. We hope to see you at one of those. Thanks for joining me for this round of EQ How To.